Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Although I have a green screen behind me, I don't use it with camera tricks to do levitation. Thank you guys for coming on. I'm going to perform a yoga balance, a levitation as it's called. This is how I prepare.
Khalid, aka, says hi.
Hi Khalid. Green screen. I don't need it for the levitation, but I use it in some of my videos. I will also levitate in a different location.
Landon Paul says hi.
So, before I begin, every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be doing one of these live feeds. Thank you for joining me.
Eric says hey. Sam says what's up.
Could you make the camera straighter? Straighten it. Do you see how it's tilted? Yes. That's what I want. You could tilt it down below too.
Say hi to everyone.
I'm gonna do it.
They're saying I love your channel. Freaking love you, dude. Furry pride.
Oh gosh.
They're saying he is a god. That is so cool. Put your hand over his head. Oh, I could have done that. There.
Thank you all for joining me.
Too late.
I'm gonna do it again for you. I'll do it again maybe in a different spot, different location. Thank you all, and then after the levitation there will be an alien puppet show. Yes, I have alien puppets, and I love puppets. Do you love puppets? Maybe we'll do this with a different background. Although I use a green screen for some of my music videos, I don't use the green screen for the levitation. Yes, I'm making videos because I want to spread...
You're better than David Copperfield.
I would like to spread my message all across the world.
Awesome.
Nothing behind me, nothing. Here, will you show them?
Great, I'm not in disbelief. I just love proof. He is the best levitator.
I don't know, what do you guys think about if my name was also Levity? See, the root of the word levitation comes from leaven, right? So, to make bread, you need to use leaven, right? To leaven the bread. This is what makes the bread rise. So the whole root of the word levitation comes from making bread rise with leaven in the dough. You know matzah bread, what the Jewish people eat for Passover, during
Level head.
Passover.
Is there something under
so
the
like-
carpet?
When the Jewish people made the matzah bread originally, it was like this horrible flat bread that they had to eat because there was nothing else to eat, and they didn't have leaven to make the dough rise, so they made this like really hard flat bread. It was not like the soft, cushy bread that regular people eat. They had to deal with the hardship, and they didn't have the
Special
leaven.
head, all other men, horses, dogs, rats, bacteria, they're women.
If you guys have any questions, though, I'll answer any questions. But yeah, leaven to levity. You add leaven to the bread to make it rise.
We're going to take this off.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to do one more levitation in case you missed it.
Hello, can you do a request for me?
What's the request? What is the request?
I'm waiting for them to answer.
You ask. Here, once I go into this, I won't
Name
be able to
yourself
grant any
Mr.
requests.
Float. It gets your point across. Mr. Float. Said, we don't call it matzah bread, that's an insult.
A what?
They don't call it matzah bread, that's an insult.
Oh, really? What is it called?
Levitate without the cane, please.
Dang it. Should I do it off of something else?
He's working with demons, and levitation is secondary. He is an enlightened man full of love.
I need some water.
Water. Let me get you some water.
The throat is hard on my throat. If you would like to see me levitate without the cane, there's some videos where I levitated on the subway. I also levitated with a Tesla coil, and I also levitated holding onto a tree, and I levitated with holding onto my girlfriend's head. If you want to see that, just type in "Special Head levitates without his cane." Now, in order to levitate without the cane, I need something else to balance. I need.
Have you ever astral projected?
Yes. I've astral projected. I need something else to assist me. I either need a cane,
When did you learn
magnets,
to
or a Tesla coil.
When did you learn to levitate?
5 years ago, through being a human statue. Here, I'm gonna do this again.
What's your real name?
Danny. Wolverton.
Did you
Here we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna start, and now I can't answer questions for a little while. Okay, look.
Did you stop by the Badlands and Burning Man?
No, maybe.
Bordello at Burning Man?
I think I did. I came to, is that the New Orleans camp? I don't know.
Yeah.
New Orleans?
I don't know. That's what he said.
Probably. I was there at Burning Man.
So,
Next live stream, I'm doing one of these live streams every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or sorry, Pacific Standard Time.
How many years did it take?
Pacific Standard Time. And next Sunday, if you want, I will levitate without the stick. Okay? But I have to prepare myself for this. And I need something else to assist me. Whether it's a tree, or somebody's head, or a magnet, or a Tesla coil, or the electricity that's moving around me on the subway. Here we go. I'm going to start, and I will not be able to answer your questions for a few minutes. Am I coming down with something? Okay, here we go. And remember, if I fail, you all get to see it live.
Now I'm gonna touch his head.
Don't do that. Please.
Sorry.
If you see a man levitating, don't touch him. Please. Don't. It completely disturbs. Completely disturbs what I'm trying to do and accomplish.
See?
Okay. Now I am back. Oh. Who wants to see an alien puppet show? Do you guys want to see an alien puppet show?
How many years did it take you to levitate?
It took me about a year.
To learn.
Practicing to learn, yes. But this is not a true levitation. For I need to use something to balance. If you put two magnets together, right, negative versus facing negative, the magnets will not float, they will not levitate. Yes, there's power there, there's an energy there. It's creating a field of energy. But one magnet will just fall off and attach itself to the side of the other magnet. You know, you need some kind of support, right? Whether it be a Tesla coil, whether it be a magnet, whether it be a cane. You need something to help you balance.
Landon wants to see a puppet show.
You want to see a puppet show now? Okay, let's do it. Here, will you pull the camera?
Jaden says, can you please do a request for me?
What's the request? What is this request?
And then Derp says, how does it feel when you're levitating? One person wants a webinar.
I completely go to another place. It's hard to
Gaslight
explain.
Club wants to hire you for a birthday or quinceañera.
Yeah, where are you at? What city? I would love to do your
puppet show,
quinceañera.
Please.
Okay, will you come over to
One
this side?
person at a time.
Will you come over to this side and... Oh, Annie. This is Melissa's mother, everybody.
Whoa,
Melissa's
hey.
mom. Melissa, my girlfriend, her mother is visiting us.
Chicago. Gaslight is in Chicago.
Oh. I'm in California right now. But maybe I'll
Matthew
be coming...
says hi, Melissa's mom. Hey, Matthew.
Is that Matthew Silver?
Yeah.
Hey, Matthew. Yeah, you're on my live stream. Dude, share the naked vid. Please share my videos, buddy. Hey, you guys. I just came out, before I start the puppet show.
Where you're at is kind of bad because of
Oh,
light.
okay.
Okay.
No. Turn the light on, because I...
Because you're,
Oh. Okay, guys. I just came out with this video that's about sex offenders trying to hide behind their money. It's really funny. It's a Despacito parody, but the chorus is, don't touch niños, keep your... So anyways, it's a really funny song. I hope you find it. It's my last video that I posted.
Is it still sunny where you're at? Well...
Oh yeah, show them the view.
Kind of.
Here, let them look at the view. And then... After that, get in position for me to do the puppet show right here.
You always make him laugh, dude. Hi from Ireland.
Here.
What a great view, people say.
Okay,
Happy Christmas, special head.
Okay, give me one second, guys. Put the camera over there because I'm gonna do this puppet show for you guys. Just get it set up and maybe you could grab one of the babies.
This light needs to turn off.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do this, guys. All right. Could you also get it stationary and then we'll get one of the babies.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna get these puppets together. Ready for the stupendous puppet show. Now we are going into silly clown mode, where anything is possible. Now that I've done my meditation, we can get Okay, here we go. Could you get the baby from outside?
From outside?
Yeah. will you come up and say, "Oh, cute baby, I want to get you over your fear of heights." Here, bring the baby.
Okay. Oh, cute baby, I want to get over your fear of heights.
Oh, put.
I want to get over your fear of heights, baby.
Oh, baby Junior, I gotta go to the store.
Oh, baby Junior, I have to go to the store.
Wait right there.
Wait right there. Wait right there.
Is the baby
There.
Food. The baby sits like that.
It's a puppet show. What's he doing? Your head.
I am the Overlord. This is an illegal alien activity occurring here. You are not allowed to eat food out of the mouths of other babies. Do not molest that child. You are from another planet, and you should know the International Federation of Aliens disapproves of this. Now, for your punishment, as pleasantly administered by a law officer of myself, like myself, well, I'm going to enjoy this. Here we go. That was really tasty. It pays to be a cop. Yeah. Oh. Chip, 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 chip. Mm-hmm. That was hard. Okay. Is it zoomed in?
No.
Zoom it in, baby. What's going on? Make it nice.
Okay. Do it. Blow it up.
Hey! Are you my friend? Yes. I can be your friend, baby. Hi, everybody. I'm an alien. What do aliens do? You might ask. Yes, I would like. Do you have any milk? No. Well. But I have milk. Hello, baby. What the heck are you? Uh-oh. It's crawling inside of me. The alien's going into me. Oh, God. The alien's inside of me. It's inside of my neck. Please don't go back into me. Well, that was pretty weird. Look at this thing, though. This is such a weird puppet. Watch, when it's upside down.
This is an awesome masterpiece, Matthew said. Matthew. That was weird.
Pretty weird,
Aiden
right?
said, this is better than Star Wars, Derp Mouse says. Can you please say my name? Jaden says.
Oh my gosh, why are things falling back here? Dang it. Jaden, what's up, Jaden? Okay.
Encore, encore.
Encore.
Someone said. Whoa, you got strong muscles, special head, Matthew says.
If you're asking for an encore, we're gonna get freaky. Here we are. This is my green screen. This is my show. Everybody loves me on YouTube. Everybody's gonna love my big show. You came to see me. I'm gonna be famous on Instagram. We're all getting famous together. Woo. Don't you want to buy my t-shirt? Everybody, I'm going to buy a big camera, and then I'm going to start posting little 15 seconds Instagram videos, and then I'm going to be a brand. Everybody's special brand. I can hear the ocean. Can you hear the ocean?
Stop it, oh my God.
Somebody said stop it.
No, but they were laughing.
Hello?
Big
Is this a telephone?
clap.
This is not... Hello? Whenever I say hello, I hear somebody else say hello. They kind of sound mean. Are you my long-lost brother? Hello? Oh my God, I heard him. Whoa. We actually ate the creature that was inside of here. This was a conch shell. And we actually ate this. And then... we also ate this creature too.
I want to see you levitate.
Oh my gosh, I already did it. It takes a lot of effort. Do you know?
Do you know?
It takes so much effort to do it.
But you could see this video again.
Yeah, you could just rewatch the video.
He's going to do something
Here, you
else.
want to see? I'll do one more magic trick and then I'll answer you guys questions.
One more magic trick and he's going to answer some questions. Oop. For now, you can see the view. It's still bright outside.
Okay, do you have a lighter? See, anything is possible. I could mess this up. Love. Playing with fire. Love is the fire that blooms in our heart. No, not yet. Ready? Here we go. Right there's a rose in that hand. And now if you want to put that in slow motion, you can try to figure out how I made roses exist. I created them. I'm the inventor of the rose. Okay, now I'm going to take you into my arms and gracefully caress your minds with something. Whoa, we just got really vulnerable here. Let's turn this around. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I hope I didn't disappoint you guys. I just got really vulnerable and showed you that I'm a wild, kind of freaky person. And, I go back and forth. I have many different characters, actually, that I play, as a matter of fact. Special Head really is the spiritual side of me. I play many different characters, and each character kind of embodies a different personality trait that I myself have. The monk character Special Head is my spiritual side. He's the side of me that I'm trying to aspire to be like. He's the side of me that knows how to be patient and calm and meditates. Then there's another side of me that's wild and crazy and gets freaky and freaks out. There's a side of me that gets angry at my computer when I'm trying to do video editing and yells. So I have so many different characters. Everybody knows me from TV as Special Head. And yes, while this is a component of me and my personality, it's not completely who I am. So as you get to know me better, I will expose a little bit more. And, no, I'm not high on acid. No, the truth is, I'm not high on acid, but my father fed me Peyote cactus when I was 12 years old. He took me on a vision quest where I experienced many extraordinary things of the hallucinatory nature. So no, I'm not high, but maybe the drugs that my father fed me when I was a kid made me Special Head. What are my thoughts? Rolls of or Ferrari asked me what are my thoughts on my appearance on America's Got Talent. America's Got Talent is not real. They put me into a box and they wouldn't let me show my other talents of music. They sabotaged my third performance to justify kicking me off the show. They really wanted to put me into a box of being this like guru monk special head, and I wanted to show more of my talents. You know, I had so many more of my talents, like beatboxing. Oh, could you hand me? I feel naked, Melissa. Oh, my shirt. Let me get a shirt on, guys. Yeah, so they sabotaged me. I don't know. America's Got Talent's fake, and the voting doesn't actually count. That is true. It can't acid, but I prefer plant medicine. Like if it's natural, like if you're eating the actual plant, I feel like it's. Man, you know what, Matthew? I want to be a master, okay? A master of baiting you into watching my videos. Get it? Oh, you're welcome, Renzo. Here, let's do that one song, Melissa. So I beatbox, I make music. You know, I made that music video. I hope you guys watch my Despacito parody of Don't Touch Niños. Right? It's a video that I'm trying to get a lot of views. I spent a lot of time working on it. Every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern or Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be doing one of these live streams. Oh man, Eddie, you got to watch it from the start. I was levitating. Hey, thank you, Matthew. You liked it? You liked that music video? Hey, Melissa messaged you about something.
Yeah, he got it.
Oh man, let's see. How do you set a table? How to set a table? Is this real life? What is the future? Oh man, what is the future? That's a crazy question. Well, if you have infinite knowledge and understanding, you can predict the future because you can know every single course of potential possible events that could ever happen, and knowing every single variable, you could actually predict the future. But there's only one non-physical entity that is capable of that, and it's not Donald Trump. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up that. Say that word. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, thank you, Jaden. Thank you, Marco. Oh, hey, you know what? Which Marco? Which part of the ending did you not like? I actually kind of got sloppy on the editing. Maybe I should change the editing or delete it. Hey Marco, tell me what you didn't like about the ending of that video. I really want to know what you guys think about my videos because I put a lot of time and effort into it. And unlike most politicians, I actually listen to my supporters, and you know, I take your input to heart. So so yeah, I just would love it if Marco Alonso tell me what he didn't like about the ending, because I would love to fix it. How did my flowers blooming look? Did that look cool? I made those flowers bloom. Okay, so somebody asked me, let's see who asked me that. Somebody asked me what my thoughts on God and spirituality or religion are. That's a very loaded question. People tell me that you shouldn't talk about politics or religion. But the whole reason why I'm doing this whole performance thing is because, well, I want to have my gift to the world be my performance, and I want to inspire people and change the world for the better through my performances. So that's why I do try to, touch on religion and politics a little bit. Oh, what do I think about cryptocurrency? I think that it's a bubble. Obviously, what happens is once you see the regular Joe Schmoes getting into the market, like everybody's starting to invest in it now, that's when all of the people that invested in it originally start to pull their money out because they're like, oh, we're going to cash out and make a profit, right? So now all these regular Joe Schmoes are starting to invest in it when Bitcoin, everything is already high, right? It looks like a bubble. That's what everybody that knows what's up is saying. The question is how long do you play the bubble? Because some of the people that have already gotten out of the bubble are saying, oh, it's a bubble, because they're now regretting getting out of the market. So the bubble continues to go higher, and they wish that they would have stayed in a little bit longer to make more profits. But once the bubble peaks, you want to get out right away because, I mean, it could drop. It could drop 1,000% in one day. Bye, Jaden. Roles are for I know I did not get paid by America's Got Talent. They don't pay any of the contestants except for the winner. And the winner doesn't win $1 million. They actually win a $1 million annuity, $1 million paid out over the course of 40 years, $25,000 a year for 40 years. So anybody that knows anything about money knows that that's actually not worth $1 million. Okay, religion. Okay, I was raised Baha'i and the Native American Peyote Church. I was showed opposite sides of a spectrum of religion. One side was very ancient, primal, earthy, right? Or Native American Peyote Church, they worship the ground. They worship the earth. There's Mother Nature. Every plant, every tree, yes, Baha'i. Every plant, every tree has a spirit inside of it. Baha'i, on the other hand, is very modern, progressive. They believe in independent investigation of the truth, right? Which means because we're literate and educated today, it's your duty to read sacred texts and writings for yourself and interpret them. Baha'i also believes in evolution and science. They believe that the only reason why Jesus didn't explain evolution or the Industrial Revolution to those people way back then was because you try to explain to people that we came from monkeys, that we came from microscopic organisms called bacteria. Back then, it would have gone right over people's heads. It was like the people had no foundation of science to base that understanding off of, right? So there was no reason for Jesus to explain evolution. The prophets have basically said that the reason why God only explains to us what we can handle, what we can understand. God doesn't give us too much information than we can handle. So this is the same reason why, Revelations, what it's describing as the end of the world, it's really describing the Industrial Revolution, the telecommunications revolution. Because there's no way to go back to the old world. See, nobody's going to give up their technology. Right? People aren't going to give up their cell phones. So it's the end of an old world. We're not going to go back to the age of the knights in shining armor or to the Renaissance, right? I mean, if you think about the way the world was 500 years ago, it was a different world, a different reality. I mean, information travels in a second now. We are all so interconnected. And, gosh, my hair's messed up after that mask. The age of information has changed everything so much. So if you look at Revelations and how it's described in the Bible, it's explained in terms of animals coming down from the sky. It's explained in terms that those people way back then could understand. And you think about it. Jesus Christ was this man reciting proverbs and parables, and he was a poet. He was reading poetry to these people and telling them these things. And then the disciples wrote books of the Bible, right? So the disciples took what they could understand from what Jesus said. These are mortal men taking what Jesus said and interpreting it and putting it into context that the people back then could understand. So there's a promise. This is why Jesus said, I will return again, and why God has a promise to man to continue to educate us, to send new prophets down as time goes on. Because, one, the old prophets, the society progresses beyond what the older teachings can handle, right? This is why, Christianity doesn't have an explanation for the dinosaurs, or it doesn't have an explanation for evolution, right? It doesn't explain it. In my opinion, Adam and Eve is really a metaphor for humans' evolving intelligence. And I love the metaphor of Adam and Eve because, look, you have Adam and Eve are living at one with nature, right? They are completely content in the Garden of Eden. And then as soon as they eat from the tree of knowledge, they're cast out of the Garden of Eden to toil endlessly in the wasteland. So what that represents is how animals are completely content with their surroundings, with the natural world that they live in. Whereas man, because we're intelligent, because we ate from the tree of knowledge, we've been cast out of that Garden of Eden, that garden of contentness, to toil endlessly, trying to alter our surroundings to better suit what we want. Because humans are constantly seeing our surroundings and say, no, I'm not content with this. I can change this for the better. Does that make sense? So I love that metaphor. It's like, look, we were in the Garden of Eden for thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, like animals. And then we ate from the tree of knowledge. We evolved intelligence. And then we were cast out to toil endlessly. And that was the original sin. And because of the original sin, That's what gives us the freedom, the free will, the freedom of choice, right? Is because we have knowledge. So, look, Liam, I watched the beginning of the video. I already floated for everybody. I floated twice. I floated already. I did it. So anyways, so my thoughts on religion. The other reason why God sends new religions down is because the older religions become corrupted by man, right? When there's a new religion that happens, there's tremendous power from that enlightenment that the religion brings. You see, God is a place. God is an existence, an entity, a place. Something that can't even be described in human words. God is a place where love and enlightenment intersect, where love and knowledge intersect, right? Complete and infinite knowledge. If you had complete and infinite knowledge, you would also have complete and infinite love. Because, think about it, people that are racist really just suffer from ignorance, right? Someone that's, say, being a white man and going and experiencing black culture and having dinner with a black family that's like a true, authentic, like black American culture. When you go over and eat dinner with that family, you realize, hey, these are humans just like me. They might have had different cultural experiences than me and might be different. But we all have the same hopes and wants and desires, right? So, with the knowledge that the new prophet bestows upon humanity, there's tremendous power in that. And you see, God will continue to have new prophets come to continue to renew that word of God, because humans gravitate towards that power of the religion, and they corrupt the power that is in the religion, right? They corrupt it for their own gains, right? And this is the problem. And then the religions, because man has trouble, because of this corruption, the religions and this power grabbing that happens when the religions become really established, the religions fracture and they splinter and they start fighting amongst each other, right? There's all this turmoil, right? So in the beginning, there's this huge unifying power, and then also humanity progresses beyond what the religions can handle, and this causes the religions to fracture and become disunified. So there's a need for the Word of God to be renewed, and for the need for new teachings to help humanity progress, to their new point, as they progress technologically and all that. So we're in a new age, we're in a new era, and Muslims have a hard time accepting Baha'i, because Muslims believe that Muhammad was the last prophet, and then the world will end. You see, Christ said that I will return, and then the world will end. Muhammad said, I'm the last prophet, and then the world will end. And then Baha'u'llah came after Muhammad, and Baha'u'llah said, the world has ended. This is a new era. I'm the first prophet of the new era. And the new era is the post-industrial revolution, post-telecommunications revolution. And it's really interesting that the declaration of the Bab, when the Baha'i Faith, the first seed was planted of the Baha'i Faith, was the same exact day in 1844 when the very first telegraph message was sent by the inventor of the telegraph. The day the telegraph was invented, that was the first time that a message was sent instantaneously across the world. And the message was, what hath God wrought? On the same day that the Prophet of the Baha'is declared. So it's my belief that Baha'u'llah and the Bab and the Baha'i Faith are the next coming of Jesus, or whatever you want to call it. This is the newest prophet or religion. Then the awesome thing is that Baha'is believe that nobody can tell you that you're wrong for what you believe. And maybe Muslims living in Saudi Arabia are believing what they believe because that's what works for them in their culture. Maybe Jews, living in Brooklyn, reading the Torah, that's what's working for them, in their lives, So even though Baha'u'llah came and this is like the new prophet of the world, that doesn't mean that people are wrong for not accepting Baha'u'llah. And that's a major principle of the Baha'i Faith. The other thing that I will say, and then I'll look at your question. Sorry about this. You asked me about religion. It's loaded. Loaded question. is that, okay, one example is Catholicism, about the fracturing and the splintering of religions, is that when you look at the history books, the atrocities that happen in the name of the religions are so much more blaring, right? The history books aren't able to really illustrate the individual good that comes into each individual's life due to practicing religion, right? When you read history books, you see the Crusades, you see the Spanish Inquisition, the witch trials, the Holocaust, you see, terrorist attacks in the news, you see the stuff that religious extremists do, you see the horrible stuff that 0.1% of the people of that religion do. So keep that in mind. Now here's the thing with the fighting of religions. Much of the fighting is caused because the religions become outdated. Now Catholicism, and because the religions are hungry for power. Now if you look at your history books and you look at when, Luther, who invented the printing press? Does anybody know? Printing press. So printing press was invented. Do you know, Melissa?
No.
It was somebody with the name of G. It was like Genoa. No, it was not Geneva. It was it's like a religion. Anyways, printing press was invented and people started printing the Bible, and the Bible was the most popular book, of course. And the Catholic Church got really, really scared because until then, the priests were the only ones that were able to read the Bible, right? Because everybody was illiterate. You see, Christianity was a religion that was based around everybody being illiterate. I mean, back then you would have to hire somebody to read a letter for you. There would be scribes in the market that you would hire to write or read for you. Back then, the priest was the only one that could read. The priest read the Bible and then interpreted it and then did a sermon for the people so that the people could hear the words of Christ. Printing press invented, and then the Catholic Church got really scared that they were going to lose their power because they thought, why are people going to come to church if now they can just read the Bible on their own and own their own copy? So the Catholic Church started saying, no, you're not allowed to read the Bible. It will make baby Jesus cry if you read the Bible on your own, right? Everybody wanted to read the Bible. So this is like the first major splintering during the Reformation, when all of these Protestant sects, Lutheranism, and they all split off of Catholicism because everybody wanted to read the Bible and interpret it for themselves. Christianity didn't have that built into it because it came about during a time when everybody was illiterate. Baha'i and Arabic are newer religions, and they both say it's very important that you read our holy books and interpret it for yourself, because your connection with God is inside of you. Nobody can tell you what this stuff means, if that makes sense. Sorry. I'm done. Okay, sorry. Jonas Gutenberg. Gutenberg, yes, it was a G. Gutenberg. You're right. In Germany. So anyway, somebody said, yes, for some businessmen, taking a thing of mushrooms is like the only way that they can realize some spiritual realizations, To each his own. And of course, for the Native American Peyote Church, if you are indigenous people wandering around the earth and you happen to eat some psychedelic mushrooms and you have this tremendous psychedelic experience, of course you're going to think that you are communing with God. Anyways, guys. Okay, Dorothy, if you're still here, I said to everybody, in 3 years, I will teach people how to levitate. But until then, I am not ready. The newest religion is no religion. No, Matthew, I would say that the newest religion is money. Or a joke. Are you using the Yoga Sutras of... No, I'm not using that. Everybody is enlightened. Okay, sorry, afterlife. Where are we going? So I like to consider our lives right now as like unto the baby in the womb. Right? The baby in the womb is growing these fingers, eyes, nose, mouth, all these things that it needs once it's born, but it doesn't need those things in the womb. Right? The baby has no idea what the physical world is going to be like. I mean, could you imagine in the womb, the baby is living in this comfortable little space where it's basically kind of floating around in water, in fluid, right? And it can kind of like swim and move around, but it can't see. You know, its eyes are shut. I don't know. I doubt it can hear. You know, it can just feel what the mother is feeling. You know, and the same is true for the next reality. We are growing our spiritual bodies in this world. It's like we're in the womb.
You know why people like bass?
Why?
Because it sounds like the heartbeat of the mom.
Oh, Melissa just said that people like bass because it sounds like the heartbeat of the mom. Like if you like...
That's the same sound as the heartbeat.
So anyways, when we're... Sorry, stop distracting me. So when we are in the womb, we're growing all these things, the fingers, eyes, nose, mouth, things that we don't understand what they're used for in the next world. Then when we're born, it becomes very apparent what they are used for. Same is true for the spiritual qualities of love, the virtues like patience, trustworthiness, honesty. We're growing all these things and we don't understand what they're used for in the next world. Because the next world, we aren't going to be in the physical bodies. If anything, this is my song. Death is a positive thing because your love is the only thing you can bring. When you die, you'll know inside your soul that you're going to the place where your grandparents go. Sorry, I made that up. But yeah, death is a positive thing because your love is the only thing that you can bring when you die. You don't get to keep your possessions. You don't get to keep your body. You know. So if you don't develop these qualities, these loving qualities in this world, it's going to be as if you're born into the next world missing your angel wings. Like as if you're born missing your arms. You know, and you're going to see everybody else is flying around while you're stuck on the ground saying, dang, I wish I would have spent more time growing those spiritual qualities. You know, I have no idea what it's going to be like, but I have two theories about the afterlife. That one, we will become our thoughts and we will become our love. That there will be no way to lie to each other anymore because everybody will know what you're thinking. Two, I think that there will be no pain because pain is specific to having a physical body. That's all I know, but there's no really way to know what's going to happen. Hey, sorry if I didn't answer your questions. Hey, Rat Killer. Oh, yeah. What's up, Matthew? Still here. Hey, thank you, Dino Goober. So Neva Collin asks, my daughter overdosed on heroin. Do you think she's with Jesus? That's a good question. I don't know. I honestly think that time in this world isn't relative to the spiritual world, to the spirit world. I think that there's many different planes on the spirit world. And what we are trying to attain is we are trying to attain the presence of God. That's the end goal, right? So time in the next dimension is not specific to time in this world. So right now, is she with Jesus? I have no idea. Will she be able to attain the presence of Jesus? Probably. I don't believe that there's a heaven and a hell. I think that heaven and hell are just metaphorical places. That you can experience heaven in this world and hell in the next. You can experience heaven or hell in this world, and it's really just if you're a saint, you'll find yourself surrounded by more saints and nice people, and then you will find your own heaven being surrounded by other saints. If you are a selfish person, you will find yourself surrounded by other selfish people, and you will find yourself living in your own hell. Whatever dimension or plane you end up in. I think that, heroin is a tough is a tough way, to die. I think she died before her time. But I'm really sorry that happened. Actually, I was in Alcoholics Anonymous for a while. I was in drug rehab when I was a teenager, because my father exposed me to peyote and drugs at a young age. I got into drugs, and I had a sponsor there, and actually my sponsor died of a drug overdose. I've known 3 people that have overdosed on drugs in my lifetime. And, it's really sad. The most important thing is to pray. The most important thing you can do when somebody close to you dies is pray for the progress of their soul. Because here's the thing, is that this is a Baha'i teaching, is that this world is one of the only ways that your soul can progress and grow stronger. That this world is where you grow your spirit body. That the next lifetime you don't really get a chance to grow your spirit body, but when people in this world pass away, one of the only ways that their spirit, that their soul can continue to progress in the next world is if you pray for the progress of their soul in the next lifetime. If that makes sense. So yes, your daughter will be able to attain the presence of Jesus, but unless you pray for the progress of your daughter's soul, her soul will have a hard time progressing in the next lifetime. That is very true, Aiden. But sometimes people need to be put in a situation where they can't get a hold of drugs for a very long time. There's a right way to incarcerate people, and there's a wrong way. There's a right way to have corrections and a wrong way. Remember, it's the correction system. So the idea is that they're supposed to correct and reform people. It should be more geared towards mental health, and counseling, the prison system, than punishment. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that we should lift up the people that struggle the most in our life, in our world, Ghosts. I think that there could be two explanations for ghosts. There's one thing that is mental impressions, where if there's tremendous trauma or emotion in a location, that can leave emotional imprints on the place. And there could be a possibility that some ghosts are spirits that were just too afraid to follow the light and go to the next world. What do I think about? Okay, I did invest in Ethereum, and I suggest everybody you invest in it too before I pull my money out. Okay, do I think about marijuana? What do I think about marijuana? I think that it's a lot easier to abuse marijuana than people think. I think that a lot of people, I think that it's a tool. Drugs can be used as tools, and I think that marijuana has been a great alternative to people not being addicted to other drugs. I think that also people have underestimated the power of marijuana, and they've underestimated how addictive marijuana can be, and they've underestimated how marijuana can destroy your motivation or actually hurt your life, if that makes sense. So I think everybody's trying to say, oh, marijuana is so harmless, marijuana is so harmless. And I think that through underestimating how it can harm, it has become more harmful. Does that make sense? So it's like you're more likely to get burnt by fire if you underestimate the power of fire and how harmful it can be. But yes, I've used marijuana for my tendinitis because it's anti-inflammatory. Actually, marijuana is not where it's at. If you want to use marijuana for healing properties, you should look into CBDs. These are some of the parts of marijuana that actually, I think they're more healing. THC itself can help people with glaucoma or going through chemotherapy, develop more hunger. But other than that, let's see, anything else? Nora, I do think that it can damage your brain slightly. I think that marijuana, if it's overused, it can temporarily damage your brain, like your short-term memory. It makes you slow and foggy. I think that it could also have potential for some slight permanent brain damage, but, we don't know that for sure. I'm not sure. Tell us about the third eye. The third eye is right here. Your third eye is your intuition, right? When I meditate, I've developed this new meditation. I sometimes play around and I try to come up with my own meditation techniques. And I've thought about this one using the third eye, where when I'm meditating, I focus on this ball of energy that's in my third eye. Like, I imagine I'm trying to look out my third eye while my eyes are closed. Hey, Melissa, do you ever try to do this? Come here. Be in my live feed. Melissa's here. Oh, Matthew says, Matthew Silver. You guys should check out Matthew Silver's YouTube. He just got his channel restarted, and he says,
Yay.
Matthew, you should tell can I tell everybody what happened to you with marijuana? Is that okay? Can I?
No, don't do it.
No, don't. Okay. Sorry. I thought...
But check out Matthew. He's awesome.
Alcohol causes brain damage. You guys should check out...
He's awesome.
Look, Matthew just said that he's experienced brain damage from marijuana. You guys should check out his YouTube channel. He's getting it up and going again. But Matthew's more famous. Matthew's way more well known than me. He's the Love Fart Awakening channel. Love Fart Awakening, and we've collaborated several times. He's trying to promote love as well. Sorry, I get so distracted, but he's so awesome. You're just a hypochondriac, right there. There's Matthew. I swear to God, you. Matthew's so sweet. He's such a loving guy. I love Melissa.
Thank you.
So Melissa and I, we do meditation. We've done some meditation videos, and
yeah.
Melissa, have you ever concentrated on your third eye when you meditate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I concentrate on the third eye, and then I concentrate on the heart, and then down in the solar plexus, and I like make it into a line. So I'd like pretend there's like a line.
There's like a thread connecting your chakras all the way to the ground.
Yeah, all the way to the ground, and then I like think of it as like a beam of light. You know, like blue. I like it blue color.
Brennan said that's how she swooped up Special Ed. You know, this is fate right here. She was my Craigslist rideshare. And, you know, if you look at our story of how we met, Craigslist rideshare to Burning Man.
Yay.
Right? We got stuck in a 9-hour-long line and got to know each other. If you look at our story, we've had many crazy coincidences that's basically like faith. Faith is better than hope, right? Because I have faith that this is the woman that is my soulmate, that we need to stick together. And faith is so powerful, right? Hope is just like hoping that, you know, when the FCC repeals net neutrality, you hope, you're hoping that Comcast and Cox and the the internet providers aren't going to screw us over. You hope that, right?
They're going to charge.
But we don't have faith. We don't have faith. I can't have faith in that.
YouTube won't be free anymore for you.
But if we did have faith, it would be much more powerful for them.
So you know, call somebody about it.
So we look for omens. There's one book, one short story I suggest you guys reading. It's called, what is that called? The Alchemist.
It's a good book.
The Alchemist. Melissa read it to me like a bedtime story while I was driving the car.
Okay, ask them if they have any more questions.
Oh, we gotta go?
I don't know.
So anyways, the book The Alchemist will teach you to look for omens, right? Look for omens to tell you that this is fate. And that helps you to have faith that you're in the right place at the right time. And this is going along with what real magic is, guys. So back to the third eye. When I'm meditating, I've played around with this new technique of meditation where I imagine that there is a lotus flower blooming out of my third eye, and I try to see out my third eye. While I have my eyes shut, I try to imagine that in my field of vision that there's a point right in the center, and I try to feel that point, and I try to feel that energy. And then as I do that, I start to feel that energy point vibrating, right? I feel it vibrating like it's trying to jump out of my head, right? I feel that energy point of my third eye vibrating, and it starts to feel uncomfortable. While I'm focusing on it, it's vibrating, right? And then I try to realize points, like as I'm focusing on that point, I try to find a happy equilibrium of concentration on that point, if that makes sense. Like an equilibrium that will cause that third eye point to stop vibrating as I'm concentrating on it. It's vibrating, and then I try to make it stop vibrating by changing where I'm focusing my eyes, to changing the intensity on how I'm focusing on that point. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's how I've tried to open my third eye. You know, mainstream society has made hippies not cool.
Hippies are not cool.
Hippies are not cool. Hey, anyways, guys, we got to go to a dinner. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will answer one more question. And please share to everybody that video, the music video of me doing Don't Touch Niños. That was really funny. It took a lot of work. I want to get that seen by as many people as possible because the whole rich and powerful man sex offender trying to hide behind their money is a very it's a very current issue right now. All these women are coming forward.
Don't touch niños.
Because the death of Hugh Hefner, see, it was my theory that Hugh Hefner died, and he basically released his death. It released all of his bunnies to tell their stories to the world. It basically gave all of his bunnies the...
What do you know about astral projection?
Opportunities. I'll let you answer that one in a second. It gave all the bunnies got the opportunity to share their stories with the world about basically misogyny and being glorified sex workers as the bunnies. And because of that, it inspired so many more women to come forward and out the powerful men that had sexually assaulted them. So it's really amazing to see all these dominoes fall. As the dominoes fall, the cream rises to the top. I came up with that. As the dominoes fall, the cream rises to the top. Party till you're homeless, man. So yeah, it's really cool. It's really interesting. I don't know. I came up with that I basically came to that conclusion that Hugh Hefner dying and releasing his bunnies was a catalyst to this fall of the rich sex offenders. Matthew says his first person he harassed was Marilyn Monroe. So we're gonna talk about astral projection 1 second. Anyways, I hope you guys see that video. It's really funny. It's a music video. Despacito, but it's Don't Touch Niños. Yeah, so I've come up with so many funny quotes. I went and saw Raiko Akita's show, and that was like watching an angry computer try to explain the universe.
Yeah.
But what was the funny thing that I came up with?
Dinosaur, the Jesus.
Oh. So when I was hallucinating, I saw Jesus ride up to me on the back of a brontosaurus dinosaur. And he looks me in the eyes and he winks at me and says, "Yep, we're real."
We're real.
Yep, we are real. Look, do you want to see the light of God? Ah! No. The light of God, behold. Ah! So, why was I talking about Rayako? No, I said something else that was funny. Here, you tell him about astral projection. I want you to say something.
Astral projection. I felt like I tried to do it before, and I kind of did, but it wasn't for very long. I kind of like went out into the next room and saw like my family in the kitchen or something. Yeah.
So I'm a little scared to astral project because well, I did it before, and I was really scared that I would get stuck in the astral plane. It's very important that you hold on to the umbilical cord that is attaching to your body. You have this tether. You need to envision this tether.
Yeah, I think I got too afraid to because I got freaked out because I already knew that they were in that room, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta go back.
Yeah, yeah, totally. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for sharing my videos.
Not lucid dreaming. That's different. Lucid dreaming is different from astral projection. Lucid dreaming is, yeah, I've done that a lot more. Is when you're able to control your dream. I like to say, show me something amazing, and then your whole dream changes. So next time, if you know how to lucid dream, say, show me something amazing. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hey, guys, you know what? I should get going. I've been on here for an hour. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please watch Don't Touch Niños and share that. It really, really helps me when you guys share my videos to Reddit and different sources. I appreciate each and every one of you. Check out Matthew's YouTube, Love Fart Awakening. Me and him collaborate all the time, and we are on the same page of trying to, as Matthew said it, this is Matthew's quote. Matthew aspires to make the whole world laugh as an action of peace. That's Matthew's quote. And my quote, when people ask me, is what you do an illusion? I say, look, the physical world is the illusion. The spiritual world is what is real. Party till you're homeless.